Okay, let's get down to business real quick, bruh. Everybody's wondering what happened to Kevin Samuels, bruh. Everybody's wondering what happened to Kevin Samuels. What really happened to him? I'm gonna tell you what happened to him, bruh. The nigga died having sex. There, I said it. Now, we tried to figure it out. We thought it was maybe the government has something to do with it, you know. And then we thought like maybe it was the Red Bull, which could be a contributor, what they call it, a contributing factor, right? Maybe the Red Bull could be a contributing factor. And nah, I mean maybe that could have been that could have contributed. Fuck. Maybe that could have contributed to his heart attack, the Red Bull. You know what I'm saying? But the nigga died having sex because she said that he fell on top of her, meaning that he was fucking her in missionary position or doggy style position. Either way, he was fucking her, man. The shit happened while he was having sex. He woke up the next morning, jumped on top of her, because that's what we all do as men, man. We go to sleep, right? After we get through fucking the female, and then we wake up in the morning trying to get some seconds, and he died having sex with this female, bro. That's my final thoughts on the Kevin Samuels bullshit, bro. He was fucking, okay? He was fucking her, and he passed out on top of her, bro. End of story. There was no government, bullshit trying to kill him. There was nobody out there poisoning him and shit like that. Nah, it wasn't no poison. Poison affects you immediately. Once you are poisoned, it would take only 5 or 10 minutes before you pass the fuck out. No, nobody slipped his fucking drink. Nobody put nothing in his drink. You don't understand how poison works. Poison works immediately. Once you are poisoned, bruh, 5 or 10 minutes, bruh, you are feeling woozy. 5 or 10 minutes, you are feeling like you're about to pass the fuck out. You see what I'm saying? No. The nigga woke up the next morning, jumped on top of her, and started fucking her, and he had a heart attack during sex. That's what fucking happened. Think about it. If anybody fucking poisoned him, he would have fell out right away, bruh. Or he would have been poisoned that same fucking goddamn night, and he would have passed out that same night, and he would never had woke up. No, he woke up complaining about chest pains while he was fucking her. Okay? Because she said that he fell on top of her. That means while they were having sex, he had a heart attack. Now, I done heard like some stories where diabetics as older men, whatever, they can't really perform well in the bed because of being a diabetic, right? They can't get their fucking heart like pumping too much in the bedroom, right? Being a diabetic as an older guy, meaning that his conditions have gotten worse throughout the years, and he can't have sex like he wants to because he has to watch his watch his blood. Can't get his blood boiling too much. You see what I'm saying? So a man that has underlying health conditions and stuff like that, man, he can't be having a whole lot of sex. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, he can have a little bit of sex every now and then, but a man with health conditions, he's endangered. He's in danger of having a heart attack if he has too much sex. As an older guy, if he has underlying health conditions. Now, Kevin Samuels might have had some underlying health conditions that he wasn't aware of. I take it that he wasn't going to the doctor on the fucking regular. He was too busy and too in love with the YouTube and the fame and the money. He wasn't not going to the doctor because if he was going to the doctor would have ran some tests and they would have found something. You know what I'm saying? They would have found something and told him to lay off whatever he was fucking doing. Either he might needed more sleep or he need to like lay off the fucking Red Bull. Okay? So what really happened to Kevin Samuels? The nigga died having sex. There was no foul play popping off. Nobody killed him or nothing. No. Because what the female said that he fell on top of her, meaning that he was having sex. He wasn't just laying on the side of her talking about my chest hurt, my chest hurt. No, she said that he fell on top of her. He was doing this thing, okay? The guy's 56 years old or 57 or whatever. He was doing his thing, you know, probably about to bust a nut, got really excited and had a heart attack. That can happen because your blood pressure goes up when you are having sex. It affects your heart. It gets your heart pumping really, really fast. We all know that. And for an older guy that's a cancer survivor, we all know that cancer weakens the heart. Okay, it does. So the nigga was having fucking sex. Moments before he died, he was on a live stream and he was doing just fine. You see what I'm saying? But I can tell probably, it was late at night probably. You see what I'm saying? And he went in to go do his business instead of fucking laying down and going to sleep like he was supposed to and getting some proper rest. He stayed up all night fucking. And we all know when you staying up all night fucking, you're lacking sleep. You're lacking, rest and shit. Okay? When you're staying up all night fucking, instead of going to fucking sleep and getting some rest and then waking up in the morning and fucking her. You see what I'm saying? He didn't do that. The nigga stayed up all night fucking after working, bruh. Come on, man. He's a 56, 57-year-old dude. You're not 27. You're not 28. You can't do the same things that you was doing back then. No, you need older man need proper rest. You need at least 7 to 8 hour rest. He should have went to sleep first instead of fucking that female all night long. A lack of what motherfuckers say, right? A lack of rest can lead to a heart attack. All that Red Bull he was drinking, that could lead to a heart attack. That can contribute to a heart attack. All of that can contribute to a heart attack, bro. Lack of rest, Red Bull, stress, doing that fucking live stream of females fucking, stressing you out, that can fucking lead to a heart attack. So this nigga was having sex when he passed, bruh. All this, the government killed him. Nope, that's what I thought, man. You know what I'm saying? So I made a video about, maybe the government killed him, maybe the CIA killed him. Nah, it wasn't that. The CIA don't do it in that style. They kill you with a bullet, man. They don't fucking poison you and shit. Like I said, he woke up the next morning, meaning he was complaining about chest pains the next morning, meaning that he was having sex. with her in the morning. Because that's what we all do as men. Think about it. You got a hot female. Think about it. You got a hot female. You're an older guy. God, the fucking female is smoking hot. Wouldn't you be fucking her all night long? Yes. Would you wake up the next morning and hop back on her? Yes. Because that's what men do. Especially guys who are older and, we're not used to all that excitement. Think about it. Kevin Samuels' success was only a few years, bro. Before YouTube, the nigga wasn't successful. I don't care what nobody said, man. He wasn't no, you know, image consultant. Whatever he claimed to be, he wasn't that. He was just a guy with some great ideas that got it from YouTube, and he put all this shit together. You know what I'm saying? Probably rented a fucking house or a car, rented some clothes or something like that, made himself look successful, and started to spit that shit on YouTube. Now, he was spitting some true game, but at the same time, bro, it's like, you know, the guy, the guy was having sex, man. Yes, I heard the voice call. She was panicking. She didn't know what the apartment was. You see what I'm saying? Because she panicked. She should have got up to go look at the number on the door if she didn't know what the apartment number was. You see what I'm saying? The female was fucking useless, bruh. She wasn't no goddamn nurse. She was just a goddamn escort. You know what I'm saying? You know, she was an escort and she didn't know what the fuck she was doing. She did not give him CPR. She didn't know how to do CPR. She was a useless ass female from an escort service, bro. You see what I'm saying? She was useless. She didn't know what the fuck to do. Talking about he turning blue because bitch, you not giving him no CPR. And get your ass out of the way. I would have came through like, get the fuck out of the way. You don't know what you're doing. Get this motherfucker CPR. You probably could have saved his fucking life if you would have just paid attention to paid attention. If you would have fucking gave that nigga CPR, you could have saved his life. But the bitch wasn't no goddamn nurse. Ain't no way in the world, you know, Kevin Samuels is gonna have a hot ass looking nurse. She was way too fucking hot to be a nurse, okay? What the fuck? If she had an Instagram, what the fuck? Like, do you have any pictures of her being a nurse? Most women, if they nurses and shit like that, they got pictures of themselves, in doctors and nurses uniforms and shit. She wasn't no fucking nurse, but she was a escort that was giving him the business. And the nigga died having sex. Men have died having sex. You guys gotta understand. Look it up online, bruh. There's been cases where niggas have died during sex because it gets your fucking heart going. And if you have a weak ass heart, you're gonna fucking have a stroke. Kevin Samuels was a cancer survivor. That weakens the heart. Okay? Look it up. Just look it up. Get your information off the line. Does cancer weaken? Does it weak? I be a little. I can't even talk. Does it weaken the heart? Does cancer weaken the heart? Yes, it fucking does. You see what I'm saying? And as you get older, he's more. He's more. He's more vulnerable to a fucking heart attack because of his age. He's heading up there in age. Okay. He had a stroke because the nigga wasn't getting enough sleep. He's an older man. You cannot be out here working like if you were 25 years old. You cannot do that. You heading toward retirement age. He was working like he was a 22-year-old, bruh. That's why he was drinking so much goddamn Red Bull. He was trying to stay up. Only reason why this nigga was drinking Red Bull because he was doing unbelievable hours, getting 3 or 4 hours a night of sleep. He wasn't getting any sleep. At that age, you're not supposed to be, you see what I'm saying? He said, Detective Kelcat. First Bin Laden Kelcat, now Detective Kelcat. At that age, you're not supposed to be doing all that work without no sleep. That's dangerous. And then he stayed up all night fucking. I'm going to say it again. Then he stayed up all night after he got done with the live stream, okay? Then he went to go fuck. Okay, that's not something that you do as an older man. What you do is you go get your sleep and then you call the escort over. Get your fucking sleep. You stayed up all night fucking. So you woke up the next morning and you start to try to fuck again without any proper rest. You see what I'm saying? A lack of sleep can contribute to a heart attack. He stayed up all night fucking. He woke up the next morning, probably only 3 or 4 hours sleep, and tried to fuck her again, and his body could not take that shit anymore because he's an older fucking man. You know what I'm saying? Cause he's a older. I mean, he's an older man trying to do what young men do. He found success at a late age. Okay, Kevin Samuels wasn't always successful throughout his whole entire life, bro. He found success a couple of years ago, meaning he found success past 50. He found success past 50, bro. And he was out there doing interviews, getting up, going, always getting up, going, drinking a lot of Red Bull, getting up, going to interviews, going out there, showing his face. Kevin Samuels, wow, Kevin Samuels. He was always going to meetings and shit. He was doing a lot of YouTube, getting, because, when you're doing whole lot of YouTube, you're doing a lot of copy, cut, paste, live streaming, you know what I'm saying? You're barely getting any sleep. Because I remember when I was doing YouTube, like videos. Remember I was doing videos and shit like that, man. It took me like 3 or 4 hours just to do a half hour, like, or even 15-minute video. It would take me like 2 or 3 hours to do that. You see what I'm saying? The dude was doing a whole lot of work that 27, 28-year-old dudes supposed to be doing. Because let me tell you, the reason why I know about this, because I had a teacher that was the same way. My capoeira teacher was the same way. The nigga never got no sleep. He ended up having a heart attack. He came to capoeira class. He didn't look like he didn't have no goddamn sleep. This nigga eyes was always red all the time, man. And he worked 6 days a week. Like, god damn, nigga. Or was it 7 days? No. It was 7 days a week he worked, nigga, every single day. Showed up to a capoeira class. Then he went from capoeira class to teaching samba. So this nigga taught 3 classes a day. I'm talking about my capoeira teacher who had a heart attack and died at 45 years old. This is the reason why I know so much. Because this nigga, he taught a capoeira kids class, and then he taught a capoeira adult class. Okay, this is back when I did capoeira, and then he did samba. So the kids class was around 2 hours. The adult class was around 2 hours. The 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 Samba class was around 2 hours. Okay, so he worked and worked, and then he had to exercise with the kids. He had to exercise with the adults, and then he had to teach, Samba class. He had to do the dance moves and stuff. So basically, 6 hours of like working out. Basically, that's what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? 6 hours, and then like one day, like he I guess with Regina, which is his girlfriend. He was a Hispanic dude. He was dating this black dude. I mean, it's a black woman, no homo. He was dating this black woman, which is her name was Regina, and Regina is Sway Calloway's sister. Sorry, Sway Calloway sister. Okay, I don't know if you guys know who Sway Calloway is, but he was a disc jockey at the Breakfast Club a while back. Now he's just a interviewer or a reporter nowadays. I don't know if he works for MTV or VH1, but that was his sister, and she was always a part of the community. Well, anyway, she was over at his house, and he just fell on he I don't know if they were having sex or anything, but he just passed out. He just fell on the ground, bruh, and then uh, you know he went to the hospital and died, man. He worked himself to death. True story. His name is Carlos Aceituno. Check him out. He's a samba class samba. He was a samba teacher. His name of his group was Foga na Roupa, which is clothes on fire in Portuguese, right? Foga na Roupa, clothes on fire. You can look him up. He's dead. Just type in Carlos Aceituno, samba teacher, Foga na Roupa, clothes on fire, and he would tell you this nigga had a heart attack. He was my teacher because he taught this nigga taught three like like classes a day physically though. It wasn't like he was teaching 6 hours and just standing there. Nah, he was doing capoeira, moving around, exercising. Imagine exercising 6 hours a day, but for about 12 or 13, 14 years, bro. Like you putting like age on your life. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? You putting mileage on your life right there. And then we was all wondering why this nigga died, man. Like, and we was wondering what led up to a heart attack. Do the fucking math, man. The nigga was teaching three classes a day. He was 45 years old, bro. You could do that if you're young, but after a certain age, you can't do that no more. He'd been better off just teaching one class a day. But one class wasn't enough to pay the bills, bro. He had to like teach uh he had to teach like it wasn't enough, man. He had to teach it at least three classes a day. You know what I'm saying? And he never got no sleep. He was always active 6, 7 days a week. Matter of fact, 7 days a week. He never missed a samba class. He was always teaching, bro. He never had any rest. So he ended up having a heart attack because of the lack of sleep. Because he used to come to class with his eyes red. He was always coughing, meaning, I'm talking about when you ain't got no sleep, you got that tired cough or whatever. He was always coughing because he never got the sleep that he needed. And he never went to the doctor. He never had any checkups. He never went to the doctor at all. So what I'm trying to say is bruh, after a certain age, you cannot do the same thing that you did when you was 20 something years old. You will die. You will have a heart attack. There was no There was no foul play involved because if there was, he would have died sooner than that. Okay. Woke up the next morning, jumped back on that bitch, and he started pumping, and his he didn't have no sleep. Remind you, he didn't have any sleep. Okay. You know, he didn't have no sleep fucking all night after he got done doing the live stream. Now that was stressful enough. And then he jumped on top of her and started pumping all night long. Woke up the next morning, jumped back on her again because that's what we do. That's what we do as men. We jumped back on her again, and then he started, to pump, and then his heart couldn't take it no more, and he passed out on top of her while he was on top of her in missionary style or doggy style. It could have been either one. But I'm just saying, this is what happens when we are men finding success at a later age. He was doing all of that, bro. He would have been okay if he was younger, but nigga, you almost 60, so you can't do all that, bro. Yeah. Yeah, what's up? What's up, Cradle? Yeah, the nigga died fucking, man. He died fucking because what she said to what that's what really fucking like when she said that he passed out on top of her. I said, okay, the nigga was on top of her fucking. Think about it, bro. Hot ass female. You gonna be fucking all night, bro. No sleep. No sleep. A nigga like me, I can do that. I'm 42 years old. I can fuck all night. And I could go to work the next day without much sleep. But a nigga like him, he can't do the same thing. He's 17 years older than me, man. You know what I'm saying? Nigga 17 years older. He can't do that shit. So that's what happened to Kevin Samuels, bro. There was no foul play. You know what I'm saying? Plus his diet, on top of that, he was sucking down Red Bulls, trying to keep up with that young girl. That all can lead up to a heart attack. You see what I'm saying? He probably was under the influence of alcohol, trying to keep up with that female. He probably was mixing a lot of like Red Bull, vodka, or he was just on. He probably was drinking and shit. That's what men do, bruh. That's what motherfuckers do. The motherfuckers talk about, man, somebody killed him, man. Yeah, we all thought that somebody killed him. But when she said that he fell, you know, when she said that he fell on top of her, okay, this nigga was fucking. There was no foul play. If there was foul play, bruh, he would have passed out and died sooner than that. When you are poisoned, you get hit right away. No, she was doing her business, bruh. She was a escort, bruh. Ain't no escort gonna poison you. You are a customer. Why would she poison you, bruh? And she probably was a reoccurring customer. He probably seen her more than once. Trust me, bruh. I know. Why would a escort poison you when you are a customer? That's fucking up her bread line. That's her money. Why would she kill off her money? No, escort bitches do not poison motherfuckers, bruh. They need you alive to make money. It don't make no fucking goddamn sense. You see what I'm saying? There was no foul play involved. This nigga was fucking, bruh. He died in pussy. That's what happened, bruh. He died in pussy, not getting enough sleep, living a life like a rock star at a 57-year-old age. You can't do that at 57, 56 years old. You cannot do that. I seen people work themselves to death around me and die. My capoeira teacher, that nigga died, bruh, because he worked himself to death, and he was fucking too. My capoeira teacher, he got around that man. After he died, so many women came forward and told on his ass. Ooh, Carlos used to come to my house all the time, right after class. He used to come around my house after class, and we used to get busy. I was like, what? So the nigga died fucking, man. That's all I gotta say, bro. Case closed, bro. That's why the police didn't keep her around, bro. The police put two and two together. They was like, oh, this motherfucker died. Fucking, you can go. Reason why she didn't stay, the reason why they didn't keep her around to question her, because they knew that she wasn't a fucking a nurse. They knew that she was an escort. And when she told them that he passed out on top of her, they knew what happened. They was like, oh, okay, this nigga died fucking. Okay? Kevin Samuels died fucking. That's all I gotta say, man. You know what I'm saying? That's all I gotta say. He died fucking. He died fucking. He didn't get enough sleep most of the time. You know what I'm saying? You know, she was a fucking escort. She wasn't no you know, she wasn't his girl, because they would have been in public. You know how women are. Women love to be seen in public with Kevin Samuels. They wasn't in public. That shit was behind closed doors. She was an escort. You know what I'm saying? You know, she was an escort. She was giving him the business. She was giving him the business, and the nigga had a heart attack while she was giving him the business. That's all I gotta say, bro, because a lot of niggas, they got it all twisted. You see what I'm saying? They got this shit out. They got this shit twisted out here. And we thought we got this shit twisted too, man. You know what? I thought that somebody killed him. You know what I'm saying? Because the shit he was saying and stuff like that. Nah, bro. Nah. Nah. You got to take his age into consideration, bro. You see what I'm saying? You got to take the nigga's age in consideration. That this nigga was partying like a rock star. He was. 50 plus years old. Partying like a rock star. Staying up all night. Fucking. Okay? Most people who are past like 50, these motherfuckers, they be sleep. Niggas, you know what I'm saying? He should have did the fucking when he woke up, nigga, after he got done. He should have went to sleep first. He should have took his ass to sleep and then woke up and started fucking. When he got 8 hours sleep. Once he got 8 hours sleep, then he could fucking fuck. Other than that, nigga, going to sleep, you ain't had no sleeping days. And the first thing you do is hop into the bed. No. The first thing you do is work all night, doing live streams. And then the second thing you do is go jump on a broad for like 4 or 5 hours fucking. Only got like 2 hours sleep. Wake up the next morning and start fucking again. That's destined for a heart attack right there. See what I'm saying? You overworking your body. You are overworking your body, bro. When you doing that, you're supposed to be going to sleep, not fucking some female, bro. Supposed to be getting this proper rest. You are rich. Why are you working? You see, the nigga wasn't. See. Let me tell you something real quick. Yeah, he had money. He was rich and stuff, bruh. But you don't have to be doing what you was doing though. You was overworking yourself. If you're rich, why would you drinking Red Bull all the time though? Trying to make that money. Rich men, let me tell you, Kevin Samuels wasn't mega rich, bro. Nah, he was working too hard. A rich man don't be working that hard, drinking all that Red Bull, trying to stay up. That's not what rich men do. Yeah, maybe he was a little bit of high value, but he wasn't like rich. He was still working for his money. He was still poor. You see what I'm saying? Kevin Samuels was still poor. He was not a millionaire, bro. Yeah, he had a lot of money. He had some money, but he wasn't a millionaire because the way he was working, the way he was sucking down Red Bulls, that indicated that he was still trying to make that money and stay and keep his head above, because the nigga wasn't rich before YouTube. You know what I'm saying? We don't know how much money he had, but the nigga wasn't wealthy. Wealthy men live longer than that, bro. Come on, man. Because they don't have to work so hard. Think about it. If you was wealthy, you think you'd be up drinking Red Bull all night, trying to stay up and shit? If you was wealthy, would you be drinking Red Bull? Nah. Wealthy men, they sleep until whenever. He wasn't poor. He was doing well for himself, but he wasn't mega rich. The reason why I say that is because he was still working like a bull. That's the why I say that. Rich men do not overwork themselves like that. Wealthy men do not overwork themselves. Wealthy men do not fucking have heart attacks like that. Poor men who work themselves to death have heart attacks like that because they're overworking themselves. He had a heart attack because he was overworking himself. Yeah, he had money, but he was still working for his money. So he was still poor. He wasn't wealthy. Was he high value? Yeah, he was high value, but he wasn't wealthy. He wasn't rich. You guys acting like he was a multi-millionaire. No, the nigga probably had a few $100,000 in the bank. He probably had like 500,000. He had a lot of money, but it wasn't like he was like well off. No, he was still working for his money, bro. That's the difference between rich men and poor men. Rich, wealthy men got money working for them. They don't have to do much to get it. Kevin Samuels was uploading every single day almost, or once a week or some shit like that. And 3-hour live streams. You know what I'm saying? So he was still working. No, he wasn't like you thought. He didn't have it like you thought he had it. It's easy to do that. Like, look, dude, once I get my $100,000, bro, I can make it look like I got it going on. I could go buy me a few suits, right? Right? I can make it look like I got it going on. Go buy me a $5,000 watch. You know what I'm saying? Go rent me some cars, some high-end cars, and make it look like I got it going on with $100,000. You see what I'm saying? I can make it look like I got it going on, bro. He was not the reason why I said he was not, because the reason why I say he's still poor, because he was still working for his money. If he stopped working, he would go back to being poor again. Rich, let me tell you, mega rich men They don't work for their money like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got people out here that are fucking like they still working, but they wake up whenever they wake up. You see what I'm saying? He wasn't getting his proper rest because he was still working for his money. Therefore, he was still a poor man. Like I said, he was still poor because he was working. Now, he had a lot of money coming in. He had enough to fucking get an escort. He had enough to live a lavish lifestyle. He had enough to pay for, $400 or $500 dinners and shit. He had money. He had good money. It was good goddamn money that he had. But was he wealthy? No, he wasn't. He was still working for that dollar, because if he stopped working, if he stopped going on interviews, he would go back to being poor again, or go back to being, he would go back to struggling again if he stopped working. So that's the difference. Wealthy men, the money work for them. They don't have to go out there and work themselves to death for the dollar bill. Kevin Samuels found success at a late age, bro. He in his youth, he was not wealthy, bro. He was not rich. Look, man. I know the human body. When I was younger, bro, I could work like a fucking horse. When I was 22 years old, bro, I could do 16 hours with no fucking sweat. 16 hours with no fucking sweat. I remember working 16 hours for this program. I used to work all the time, bro. I did it. I can't do that no more. I'm too old to do 16 hours back to back. I used to do 16 hours a day, bro. I can't do that no more. I'm 40 something years old. 5-10 years ago, dude, I used to do a lot of hours with Uber and Lyft. I used to drive 16 hours, no problem. I can't do it no more. My body won't let me. My body shuts down after 8-hour drive. After 8 hours, that's all I can do. I can't do 12-hour shifts anymore, bro. My body's slowing down. My body's telling me, like, man, you need to rest. And I do. I rest, man. I say, fuck it. I turn off the app. I go sleep, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you, the nigga Kevin Samuels, he didn't have the money that you thought he had. People say he was a multi-millionaire. No, he wasn't, bro. He was a thousandaire. He wasn't a millionaire. He was a thousandaire. The nigga had thousands, but he didn't have no millions like that, bro. He wasn't like, he wasn't spending 20 million like that. He wasn't walk up to a fucking, a fucking house and buy a $20 million house. He didn't have money like that. He didn't have like Hollywood money like that. The nigga, he was in an apartment, bruh. You know what I'm saying? The female didn't even know what apartment number. So the nigga, if he was in a loft or apartment, he was still working for his money, bruh. He didn't have a house. Kevin Samuels didn't have a house. Kevin Samuels didn't have a $10 million house. No. He made himself look like he had money. And it's easy to do. When I get my $100,000, bro, to motherfuckers who don't have money, right? To motherfuckers who don't have money, I can go out there and I can floss hard on them motherfuckers. All I gotta do is go buy me $500 shoes, a $2,000 watch. I can go rent me a car, rent me a fucking Lamborghini. I could go rent some shit and make it look like I got it going on, bro. That's what he did for you guys in the beginning. When you saw him driving those luxury cars in the beginning, all that shit was rented, bro, to make himself look like he was high value. He was faking it until he made it. No, he wasn't a business consultant. Because there's nobody around to say, hey, yeah, I used to work with Kevin Samuels before he blew up. Where's them motherfuckers at? You know how people are starving for attention? Somebody would have came out like, look, I used to work with Kevin Samuels. I remember him coming up, man. We was working at that you know, we was working at that firm, that law firm, or we used to work at business and marketing sales together, right? Coming up. Where are them people at? That's oh, I used to work with him. I used to work with Kevin Samuels. No, the shit was a gimmick, bro. I went back and listened to some of his interviews and shit. When they asked him about, what he did before, you know, YouTube and shit like that, he was like, he started to stutter. Okay. Oh, he said, man, that was a long time ago. And he said he used to work with, he used to work in marketing and sales and stuff like that first. But there's nobody around to say that I used to work with Kevin Samuels. I remember him. Niggas would have came forward on YouTube and say, man, I used to work with Kevin Samuels. I remember him. Nah, the nigga, it was a gimmick. It was a gimmick. You know what I'm saying? But he did what he had to do to make money and survive. You gotta applaud him for that. You gotta respect him for that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta you gotta applaud him and respect him for his survival instincts, because in this market nowadays, you gotta be a really, really smart motherfucker to survive. You see what I'm saying? So the nigga wasn't rich. Okay. It's easy to make myself look rich if I got a few $100,000 in my pocket. It's very easy. And I could take females out on extravagant dinners and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, I could take my $100,000 and make it look like I got something big. I could take a female out. I could spend $500 on a plate of food, at a restaurant somewhere, no problem. You know, to make it look like, but only for a limited time, though. You know what I mean? You only got so much money. You almost got so. I mean, you only got so much money to go around and shit. If you got $100,000, you can make it look like you got shit going on, bro. You see what I'm saying? I go buy me a nice suit. I can go take a female out to a fucking dinner that's like $1,000. If I got $100,000, you know what I'm saying? I can make it look like I'm doing something. That's what Kevin Samuels did, bro. He made it look like he had something going on when he first started. He probably had a few $100,000 that he got from the lotto or something like that, or somewhere, and said, man, I'm gonna get on YouTube. I'm gonna do this high value thing. You see what I'm saying? And he said he was an image consultant. But I'm like, dude, from what company though? Like, what company did you work for? He didn't like name no company. Did your company have a name or something? You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to hate on Kevin Samuels. I'm just trying to keep this shit a buck, 100%. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to keep it 100%. What's the name of your marketing company? What's the name of your business? Who was your customers? Where are your customers that say that I used to get I used to get like I used to be like Kevin Samuels used to like help me with my image. Like, where are your customers? You know what I'm saying? Nobody came out of the blue and said like you know Kevin Samuels used to be my image consultant. Nobody. Where? And if you were successful in that, the name of your company would have been out there. What's the name of your fucking goddamn company, bro? He had people thinking that he had shit going on. And niggas who got shit going on, bro, they ain't got much time for YouTube, bro. YouTube was his fucking bread and butter, bro. That's how he became famous. He didn't become famous, doing the marketing shit that he was doing that he said he did, or he didn't become famous like like with his business consultant, right? You know, with his consultant business, that he said he was a image consultant, right? He didn't become successful in that. YouTube is where we know this nigga from. We don't know him from all the other shit that he did, that he said he did in his past. I'm just putting that out there for sure, because I don't believe that he was an image consultant, bro. His name will be out there. It would be Kevin Samuels image consultant, or he would have been, his name would have been, you know, he would have named it something. You see what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? And there would be pictures of him, right? Where's his pictures of him working, being an image consultant? Where's the proof? Where's the evidence of him being an image consultant? It's easy to make up a story, bruh. It's easy to make up a company when it don't exist. You see what I'm saying? I can tell you, I used to work for, I can tell motherfuckers that I used to work for Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? I could tell motherfuckers that I used to work for Michael Jackson, bro. And motherfuckers gotta believe me, because that's what I said, right? I could tell motherfuckers that I used to work for Prince. You know what I'm saying? And motherfuckers gotta believe me, because, you know what I'm saying, I'm trustworthy because I got this suit on. You know what I'm saying? I got this suit on. I'm trustworthy. You feel me? You gotta believe me because I got a suit on. So what I'm saying is, bro, Kevin Samuels, he died fucking. That's all I gotta say, bro. I'm about to end the video right now. That's all I gotta say. He died fucking. He died having sex. He died because he didn't take care of his body. He wasn't getting enough rest. We all know that not getting enough rest can contribute to a heart attack. Drinking Red Bull at the same time can contribute to a heart attack. Having sex can contribute to a heart attack. That's all I gotta say, bro. You see what I'm saying? You know, it's easy to pull the wool over niggas' eyes, man, if niggas is not asking any questions. You see what I'm saying? But his content was so good, they didn't even care if he was a image consultant or not. If he really was an image consultant. Because where is his company at? The image consultant got a company, bro. Or he worked for one. Either he got a company or he worked for one. You see what I'm saying? Anyway, man, I gotta go get some food. I'm starving. You guys have a good day, man. I gotta have some healthy stuff today. I gotta stay on my diet. Oh, I'm gonna have a heart attack. You see what I'm saying? I gotta take care of myself. As you get older, bruh, let's just face it, bruh. As you get older, you can't be working 10-hour shifts and go home and fuck all night. You just cannot do that. You see what I'm saying? No, you can't stay up drinking all night, partying like a rock star at 57 years old. You can't do that. That's for young men. Young men do that shit. Us older men, we need sleep. You see what I'm saying? Think about how much you used to be able to fuck when you was in your 20s. Boy, we used to fuck like jackrabbits, okay? And then when you got to your 30s, what happened? You slowed down. You couldn't bust many nuts no more. You know what I'm saying? When you was in your fucking 20s, you could fuck all night long and go back to work the next day without a sweat on 2 hours sleep. You could do that, bro. But when you're 50-something years old, bro, you can't do all that. I mean, maybe for like a night, but if it's repetitive, you're going to have problems. I got to go. You guys have a good day. I got to go get some food. Peace out, take care, and bless.